Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today. And today, the Buffalo Bills have traded for Amari Cooper, five-time Pro Bowler, wide receiver. This is going to be the third time that Amari Cooper has been traded in his career. He was traded from Oakland to Dallas, and he was traded from Dallas to Cleveland, now going from Cleveland to Buffalo. Someone needs to tell some of these teams that, hey, it's at the trade deadline. You still got 3 weeks, because some big trades happening 3 weeks away from the trade deadline makes you kind of think that these might be two of the biggest trades of the NFL trade deadline when it's all said and done 3 weeks from now. So really two big trades by two division rivals. You got the Jets going ahead and making a move with the Raiders and going to get a wide receiver, and then you got the Bills, the Jets rival, going out there and making a move and getting Amari Cooper. So Jets go out and get Devontae Adams. Bills say, all right, you go do that. We're going to go get a wide receiver ourselves too, and they get Amari Cooper. Look, the wide receiver room for Buffalo has been solid this year. Khalil Shakir's had his moments. So has Keon Coleman. Both guys have been pretty solid. But I think if the Bills want to contend, if they really want to contend, you can't do it with Keon Coleman and Khalil Shakir. I think both guys are guys that will be nice for you as a wide receiver 2 and wide receiver 3 next to Amari Cooper, but I don't think you can look at those guys as number ones just right now. I mean, Keon Coleman could turn into a number 1, but as a rookie, I don't see him as a number 1. Khalil Shakir has done some good stuff, but he's a little bit inconsistent if you ask me. I don't think he's a number 1, but I look at it this way. You have Amari Cooper, you add him in. You know, obviously you have a tight end in Dalton Kincaid, who I think is more of a serious target for Josh Allen than Shakir or Coleman are. So if you're Josh Allen, your two number targets are I would say your top 3 targets are Amari Cooper, Dalton Kincaid, and yourself. And the reason I say yourself is because he's going to be running the football a lot. So I mean, this offense isn't terrible. You got Amari Cooper, you got Dalton Kincaid. Now, obviously, you have a good wide receiver 2 and good wide receiver 3, Keon Coleman and Khalil Shakir. You got a great running back when healthy, James Cook. And last night, what we saw was if James Cook goes down, or you want to split some carries with James Cook, you have some pretty good backup running backs for James Cook. I mean, like Ray Davis last night, 20 carries, 97 rushing yards. Ty Johnson, 4 carries, 34 rushing yards. So, what we learned last night was that you got some really tough running backs in Buffalo outside of James Cook. So you got a stacked running back room. You have Amari Cooper and you have Dalton Kincaid if you're Josh Allen. You also have a nice 2 and 3 in Khalil Shakir and Keon Coleman. Hey, another guy that had a solid night last night, who's now your wide receiver 4, Mac Hollins. So not too terrible in Buffalo. I think it looks a lot better than it does now, than it did weeks ago, because now we know the depth of in the running back room for Buffalo, and you add in Amari Cooper. So, this Bills team isn't terrible. I think with Amari Cooper, honestly, I'm gonna say this. I think that with the current team that they had before this, honestly, in my opinion, I think the Bills would have missed the playoffs and they would have ended up being an 8-10 team win. They would have ended up with 8 to 10 wins and been just been short of the playoffs. But now with Amari Cooper and having Amari Cooper on this team, I think that the Bills are a playoff team and probably a division winner. Also, I didn't see this division being that bad. I didn't see the Dolphins being this bad or the Jets being this bad. Although both the Jets and Dolphins could pick things up since it's only 6 weeks into the season. But I like the trade for the Bills, Amari Cooper. They're giving up a 3rd-round pick and 2 7th-round picks, and they're getting Amari Cooper and a 6th-round pick. Honestly, I'm going to say this. I don't know how people will feel about this, but I felt like they gave up too much for Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper is a great wide receiver, but he has been struggling a little bit this season. 6 games, 209 receiving yards, one or 2 touchdown receptions for Amari Cooper this year. He had an outstanding 2023 season. In 2023, he was a Pro Bowler, 1,250 receiving yards, 5 touchdowns, absolutely outstanding in 15 games. But honestly, I look at what we just saw with Davante Adams. So we saw Davante Adams go to New York, right? Davante Adams goes to New York. What does New York give up for Davante Adams? A a 6-time Pro Bowler, a 3-time All-Pro, and someone who, I'm sorry, I love Amari Cooper, but Davante Adams is way better than Amari Cooper is. Davante Adams, three games, Davante Adams, 209 receiving yards compared to Amari Cooper's 250 receiving yards in 6 games. And what is given up for these two guys? Davante Adams, the Jets give up a 3rd-round pick for Davante Adams. And then what do the Bills give up? The Bills give up a 3rd-round pick and 2 7th-round picks, and they get a 6th-round pick with Cooper. I mean, look, I know you got to do what you got to do to get a wide receiver, but just seeing what the market was with Davante Adams, him being worth a 3rd-round pick, and I just don't think if Adams is worth a 3rd-round pick, as good as Cooper is, Cooper shouldn't be worth a 3rd-round pick and 2 7ths. Even if you're getting a 6th back. I mean, I think more of maybe like a 4th and 2 7ths would have made things feel right. But because the fact that Amari Cooper hasn't been playing his best football so far this year. But the Bills got to do what they got to do to get a wide receiver, so it's understandable. Let me know your thoughts on the trade in the comment section, and peace out.